Welcome to the Winston-Salem Eldercare channel, brought to you by Greg Brewer and the great folks of Right at Home Winston-Salem. Today's guest is Linda Darden, Chief Executive Officer of Hospice and Palliative Care Center, the first hospice in the state of North Carolina.
Welcome to the Winston-Salem Eldercare channel. And today we have with us Linda, who is the President and CEO of Hospice and Palliative Care Center, as well as the Rowan Hospice and Palliative Care Agency. Together, both the hospices cover 13 counties in the Piedmont Triad area. Well, Linda, thanks for coming. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having us on your program.
You're quite welcome. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit about who you guys are?
Sure. So Hospice and Palliative Care Center really has its roots back in 1977 with a group of community leaders. We call them the Back Porch Gang. They actually met on somebody's back porch.
Literally on the back porch.
Absolutely, they did. And really, this group came together with a spirit of compassion and commitment to our community. They felt that England's model of hospice care for end-of-life care really had a place in our community. And so they started talking, they met over a series of meetings and came up with this model to provide compassionate care to our community for those facing end of life. They really were very visionary. They were driven by compassion and by community spirit, and those speak to our core values even today, and really define the way we provide care to patients and families who are supporting those patients at end of life.
Good. Well, it's a worthy cause.
Well, thank you. We believe very much in what we do.
Absolutely. Well, can you explain, if you're like me, people out there, what is palliative and hospice care? What are they?
Right. Well, so the word palliate, it means to ease. So both hospice and palliative care have at their heart a core belief in easing symptoms. So when somebody has advanced illness, they're facing end of life, they'll have physical, spiritual, emotional symptoms that can really complicate their experience and make it very challenging for them. So what we do is we focus on providing care. We provide comfort to both the individual and the family member, and really provide hope at a very difficult time. What we try to do is make sure that they are getting the very best out of every single day through the medical, the spiritual, the social support that we can provide. One misconception we know that a lot of people have is that hospice is about helping people die. And what we see every single day is we really help people to live.
Right. Yeah, you guys do a great job. We've partnered with your organization, and there are people that we're servicing who are still alive, and they've gone through that process, and the patients that we're servicing right now. So,
well, we are glad to partner with you and to help provide that care and that comfort to individuals who really need it during times of advanced illness.
And their families.
And their families, absolutely right.
So, now, what else comes to mind that our viewers may want to know about your organization?
Well, one thing I would like to expand a little bit on is palliative care is an option to hospice care as well. So palliative care provides some support in addition to medical care that somebody may be receiving. So you may have advanced illness and not be quite ready for hospice care, and that's when palliative care comes into play. So I think that's an important thing for people to know. Also, there are a lot of hospice organizations in our community. It's important to know that there are different organizations, and each one can provide different types of services.
Okay.
So as I said, we were founded back in the 70s. We have had decades of community support, medical support, donor support, really, that has allowed us to provide services that not all hospice organizations provide. So we really hope that people will be advocates for themselves and for their loved ones, and ask about hospice care, ask about the services provided by the hospices that they're looking at, and really ask some questions about the care that they need at that particular point in time. Really, what we have found over the years is the best advocates for us are the people who have really personally experienced our care.
Well, thank you. That people like me, they were thinking that all of the hospice organizations belong to one another.
Right. That's a common misconception, and that is not the case. There are many different hospice organizations and different histories and different values in how they provide care.
Good. Well, I know that you may have a number of testimonials out there that could really illustrate for our audience
Hmm.
what you guys do and how you do it possibly.
Yes.
So why don't we share some of that right now? I think that's a good thing to do.
There is a kind of a misconception about folks calling in hospice the days before somebody passes away. I grew up in a small family. It's just me, my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, and my mom and my dad. My dad was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's type B lymphoma in early December 2010, and he passed away just 2 months after that. He was actually self-employed for most of his life. He was a builder, and during his later life just kind of went back into remodeling, and he was that guy that everybody called, because they could trust him, and he didn't overcharge, and word just spread by mouth. For our family and our needs, and my dad's decision to actually, he wanted to stay at home, that was exactly what we needed. And they were there for us, when we felt like we were at the end of our ropes, because it is a tremendous effort to take care of a sick person, in a small family. When my dad got sick, I found out from several coworkers that had hospice experiences too. And, we all kind of experience hospice in the same way. Some folks say that the nurses that end up coming out to your house are like angels. They have this way about them where they can totally handle the situation, just experts at what they do. We were with my dad all the time. We were helping him with whatever he needed help with, and taking him to the doctor and doing the tests and having people come over. He wanted people to come visit, at least for a little bit, when he was feeling up to it. We had, droves of family and friends coming through the house, and, it was great because they got to experience, the last moments with him. Definitely difficult. You never know really what's going to happen to you or somebody else, and it's good to know that there's help out there, and all, within hospice, different kinds of help. It's not just, we need to send that person to the hospice home. It's, do you need counseling, or do you need a chaplain? Because I think there is a misconception. It seems like they come in on the last days and they do all this kind of mysterious stuff, and then it's just over. But that's not how it was for us. It is kind of cafeteria style. These are all the wonderful things we offer. You take what you need, and we will help you through that. And we are always available by phone. We have counseling services. We have chaplains. We have the hospice home. And that's what our family needed. My dad's birthday was on December 25th. He celebrated his last birthday while he was sick. We gave him an iPad for Christmas, so he was on the couch in the living room for the last 2 months, but he loved that iPad that we gave him for Christmas, and we have pictures of him just being very calm. Nobody wants to die. This is a very difficult thing to experience, but I think if there is a good way to do it, I think we got there through the help of hospice.
Hospice and Palliative Care Center serves people from 13 counties. To learn more about any of the programs and services of Hospice and Palliative Care Center, please visit us at hospicecarecenter.org or call us at 888-876-3663.
Well, welcome back, and Linda, last question here. I know that people would have had firsthand experience with the organization and really know what a wonderful experience it could be partnering with your organization and their loved ones. What's the best way for people to contact your organization?
Right. Well, and I'm glad you asked that, because what we hear so often is people say they wish they'd called sooner. So I think it's really good to talk about, call us at any time. And I think that's the best way to learn about the services we can provide. Our team is happy to talk to anybody about our hospice care, to talk about what palliative care might be able to do if somebody's not ready for hospice care, even just to talk about a particular situation and what might fit their needs. We're also happy to talk about somebody who just wants general information. Just at any point in time, feel free to call. And truly, there's no such thing as calling us too early. We're just happy to talk and to work with individuals to see how we can help them. So the best way to reach us by phone is, our phone number is 336-768-3972.
You mind repeating that just one more time?
Sure, 336-768-3972. And our website is www.hospicecarecenter.org. A lot of information available there as well.
Well, Linda, this has been very informative for us, and thank you for taking the time to share with our audience about your organization. There's just a lot there that could be very, very helpful to them and their loved ones. So
I
thank
hope
you
so.
for coming
We're
out.
happy to serve, and thank you for having us on the program.
Yeah, absolutely welcome.